There are connections in life that refuse to fade, no matter how much time passes, no matter how far you both drift, no matter how many times you try to convince yourself that you've moved on. There are people who leave your life but never leave your energy. There are stories that pause but never truly end. And if your paths keep crossing with the same person again and again, it's not coincidence. It's not confusion. It's not chance. It's destiny, quietly reminding you that something between you is still unfinished. Every time you think the chapter is closing, something happens. A message. A memory. A dream. A sudden thought of them that appears out of nowhere. Or they show up in a place you didn't expect, at a moment you weren't prepared for. You feel that familiar pull in your chest, that emotional recognition that says, there it is again, the connection. No matter how much distance life places between you, the universe keeps finding ways to bring your energies back into alignment. And that is not accidental. That is intentional. There are people whose presence lingers long after they leave your physical space. You feel them without knowing why. You sense them before they appear. You think of them before they cross your path. Your souls communicate through intuition long before your minds catch up. And when destiny is involved, nothing truly slips away. It bends. It stretches. It pauses. But it never breaks. Your paths keep crossing because something inside both of you is still reaching. Something inside both hearts is still listening. Something inside both souls is still connected. You can feel it in moments of silence, moments of stillness, moments when their memory warms you or stings you or pulls you back into reflection. Your story with them has layers you haven't explored yet, lessons you haven't learned yet, emotions you haven't expressed yet. The universe doesn't reunite people without reason. It brings them back when the timing begins to shift. Sometimes destiny separates two people not to end the connection, but to prepare them. To strengthen them. To reshape them into the version of themselves that the relationship needs in order to flourish. You may think the distance means it's over. But distance is often the bridge destiny uses to align souls who are not ready to meet on the same level. You both needed growth. You both needed clarity. You both needed healing. And in that healing, something inside you remained open to them, even when you tried to close it. If your paths keep crossing, it's because your energies have not detached. You might feel them at random moments because they are thinking of you at the same time. You might dream of them because their soul is reaching toward yours in the quiet hours of the night. You might remember their voice or their smile or a moment you shared because their memory is active in both hearts at once. These are not coincidences. These are echoes of a bond that refuses to be forgotten. There is a moment, often unnoticed, when destiny starts shifting things back into place. When you begin feeling subtle signs that something is preparing to change. When your emotions grow softer instead of heavier. When your heart feels open instead of wounded. When memories bring warmth instead of pain. That's the beginning of alignment. That's the energy of reunion forming in the background of your life. You may not see it yet, but something is moving. Something is guiding. Something is rearranging your path and theirs. Every unexpected encounter. Every sudden thought. Every emotional wave that hits without warning. All of it is part of a greater flow pulling you closer again. When destiny isn't finished, it doesn't matter how long the silence lasts. It doesn't matter how far life separates you. It doesn't matter what has happened before. Destiny will bend reality to bring two souls back together when the time is right. This person feels the same pull you do. Even if they don't say it. Even if they hide it. Even if they pretend they've forgotten. They haven't. You cross their mind in moments they don't expect. They feel your presence in their heart in ways they can't explain. They feel that same strange familiarity when your paths meet again, as if something greater than both of you is at work. They've tried to suppress it. They've tried to ignore it. But the truth keeps resurfacing, just like you do in their life. They are beginning to sense that this connection has meaning. That the feelings they buried still live quietly inside them. That the story between you is not something they can walk away from. And with every crossing of paths, their heart softens just a little more. Their fear weakens. Their clarity strengthens. Something inside them whispers, this isn't over. Deep down, they know that what rises again and again is meant to be faced, not avoided. They know that there is unfinished emotion, unspoken truth, unresolved energy between you. And each time destiny pulls you back into each other's orbit, a piece of that truth becomes harder for them to ignore. They begin to wonder why you appear in their life at the exact moments you do. Why the timing always seems strangely aligned. Why the connection between you feels guided rather than accidental. They have replayed certain memories more times than they admit. Moments where they felt safe with you. Moments where they felt seen by you. Moments where the world felt lighter simply because you were near. Those moments left imprints on their heart that time has not erased. And as your paths keep crossing, those memories resurface not to remind them of what was lost, but to remind them of what is still possible. Destiny does not bring two people back together unchanged. It brings them back wiser, softer, stronger, clearer. It teaches through separation what the connection could not teach in togetherness. Maybe you needed to learn your own worth. Maybe they needed to learn how to face their emotions instead of running from them. Maybe you both needed to heal old wounds, break old patterns, release old fears. And now that growth is happening, the magnetic pull between you is growing too. When destiny is not finished, the universe becomes persistent. You feel nudges. Signs. Synchronicities. You hear a song that echoes your story. You see a number that repeats at meaningful moments. You feel sudden waves of emotion that don't belong to your present reality. You think of them in the middle of a calm day with no reason at all. These moments are messages, gentle reminders that something is unfolding beyond the surface of your life. There will come a moment when the crossing of paths is no longer subtle. When the universe stops whispering and starts aligning. When the timing shifts from preparation to reunion. That moment often arrives unexpectedly, in a simple exchange, a message, a glance, a reconnection that feels effortless and strangely familiar. And when it